Today is your day, graduates. Today we congratulate each of you for the hard work you put in to complete your degrees, and we celebrate all of your accomplishments, both in and beyond the classroom. We know that at Del Val, experience elevates success. There are certainly too many successes to mention them all, but I do want to share a few examples from this past year of what our students have accomplished. Each of these illustrates the impact of Del Val's Experience 360 program. The student-run Full 360 media team earned the Sweepstakes Award from the Pennsylvania News Media Association at the annual Student Keystone Media Awards. Additionally, 3 individual media pieces, including news stories, photos, and videos, earned first-place prizes, and 2 broadcasts earned second place. In March, 24 students traveled to State College to compete in the Northeast Student Affiliate of the Society of Animal and Dairy Science. Our students placed well in individual and team competitions, and Delaware Valley University was named the first place overall institution of the competition, eking out over the host institution as well. We celebrate the success of our student athletes this year on the field and in the classroom. Men's basketball won the MAC Conference Championship despite being picked last in preseason polls. And 3 women and 4 men qualified for nationals in wrestling. Also, all 3 of our equestrian competition teams, dressage, hunt seat, and western, successfully qualified for their respective national championship events. 17 Del Val riders competed in team and individual competitions. Del Val was the only school at nationals to have all 3 teams represented. We also enjoyed another successful and beautiful A-Day weekend despite the rain on Saturday with more than 8,000 visitors. I'd like to thank the students, faculty, and staff who volunteered countless hours to plan and make this annual community event a success. We also graduated this past year our first cohorts of our new clinical graduate programs in speech-language pathology and physician assistant studies. These are just a few examples of Del Val student success this year. I ask each of you to take a moment to congratulate yourself for what you have accomplished to get here today. I'd also like to thank our faculty for their many contributions to our students' success. Our faculty are mentors to our students in many ways, both in and out of the classroom, laboratories, and fields. Agricultural Sciences faculty and staff hosted students throughout the Pennsylvania Farm Show in Harrisburg this past January, providing the opportunity for them to learn about career tracks that they can pursue in their chosen field of study. During spring break, a group of students joined Place Studies professors Stamps and Lutz for a tour of Japan. After they returned, Dr. Lutz reflected on the students' experiences. He said, and I quote, that they understood that change in place is greater than a simple shift in geography. Each new shrine, sculpted garden, black castle, bright skyscraper, grim memorial, beautiful museum, and delicious menu was an optical realignment, not in what we see, but in how. This says a lot about what students gain in their 4 years at Del Val. New understandings and new ways to look at the world in which we live. In another example of that Experience 360 coming to life and being woven into student travel is the annual trip during spring break to Costa Rica that our students take with Professor Greg George, learning about conservation efforts in the rainforest. And Dr. Chisei Su and Dr. Allison Buskirk-Cohen will be taking students to Poland in June as part of our agreement with Jagiellonian University in Krakow. Students will attend lectures and meet with students in the American Studies program, and they will explore Warsaw and Krakow historical sites, including the Polish Jewish History Museum, the Schindler Factory, and the Auschwitz-Birkenau Memorial and Museum. Whether they are on a study trip abroad, a local field trip, lecturing or mentoring, or hosting a student research project, our faculty understand the importance of a hands-on education to each student's success. At my inauguration as president over 2 years ago, I shared my strongly held belief that this was the time for Del Val. I will tell you that that remains true today. This is the time for Del Val and continues to be so because we are truly student-centered. Everything we do at Del Val is to support and improve the learning experience for you, our students. That is our mission. Businesses, organizations, and new friends to the university are seeing this and investing in our campus and our students because they see the value of a Del Val education. Students are enjoying spending time in our newly renovated library this year after completion of a $1.2 million renovation due to the generosity of Dr. Daniel Tanner, class of 46, and the Tanner Foundation. Last fall, Del Val was awarded just over $2 million in redevelopment assistant capital program funds from the Pennsylvania Department of Budget to support the construction of our new Poultry Science Center. And the Natural Resources Conservation Service and the Bucks County Conservation District have funded improvements for our livestock facilities, including a new cattle barn and the implementation of best practices in wetlands protection along the South Campus. This is the time for Del Val because, unlike many small private universities in this country, Del Val is growing. We had more undergraduate and graduate students enrolled this year than we've had in recent history. People understand the value of a Del Val education and the value of your degree that you now take out into the world to make a difference. This is the time for Del Val because we are preparing each of you with both the science and practice, or knowledge by doing, that's needed for your chosen field. And this is the time for Del Val because many people are recognizing how well you are prepared for your careers and for life. Our students understand the value of a Del Val education, and we see this in our career outcomes rate, which was 94.2% for the class of 2024, with those students being employed in the field or in graduate school or service to our country within 1 year of graduation. Among those earning bachelor's degrees today, at least a dozen of you have been accepted to veterinary school for fall 2025, and we congratulate you on this accomplishment. And at least 20 of today's graduates are continuing in master's degree programs here at Del Val. Others are attending graduate school at universities in the region and beyond, including Auburn University, Temple University, and the University of Pennsylvania. Some of you have already accepted positions at Bell & Evans, the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture, Lampire Biological Laboratories, the Bronx Zoo, the Congressional Country Club, Growmark, Heritage Acres Stables, Mill Pond Veterinary Clinic, and Hershey Entertainment, to name just a few. For those of you who are still considering your next stop, you're well prepared to start your journey. And remember that Del Val is here for you throughout your entire journey, not just post-graduation, but throughout your life. We encourage you to take advantage of the opportunities to network with our alumni. Our Center for Student Professional Development is always available to you and can help you on that journey, whether it is now, 5 months from now, 5 years from now. We are here for you. As you graduate today, take this momentum with you. This is your time. Your work and success make us who we are as an institution, and this institution will always be a part of you. You leave Del Val well prepared, not just for your first destination post-graduation, but for wherever your career trajectory takes you. And from what I have seen in this class, you are well prepared for life. I encourage you, as you head out, to remember our core values wherever your path takes you. They're not just Del Val values. They're not just higher education values. They are core values for life, and they've never been more important. Respect all people. Pursue excellence. Value the world of ideas and differences, and live each day with integrity. Hold on to these values. They served you well here. They will serve you well always. We have over 450 students today receiving an associate's, bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree. And we recognize each of you, and we also recognize the people who helped you get here today. Your family, your friends, everybody who's in attendance. And whether you're a family member, a friend, a faculty member, a staff member, a coach, an administrator, or one of our trustees, you are all part of the Delaware Valley University community, and you have played a part in the success of this graduating class. Students, you're about to become alumni of this institution, and there is an important role still for you to play, perhaps the most important one. Stay connected to us. Be an advocate for Del Val. Tell your employer or graduate school about Del Val. Stay involved. Join the Alumni Association. Remain engaged. You will always be a part of this community. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every member of the class of 2025. It has been a pleasure. And I got through that with no diploma covers hitting me, so that was good. Thank you to the team behind me. You always have my back. It's now my pleasure to introduce my friend and colleague, Dr. Gloria Oikolome, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Thank you, Dr. Ben. Good morning, class of 2025. You did it. Congratulations. So I always say, students, you are why we are here. You are why we get to be here. And we are so grateful. You've been a bit busy, class of 2025. Combined, you took 21,426 classes. In labs, 191,295 hours spent in labs. And please don't think those are hours of your life you'll never get back. We truly believe that you had wonderful experiences there. I love this statistic. 44% of you are graduating in a different major than what you applied for at Del Val. And that's okay, because that shows that life is about being flexible. You come in thinking you know that you want something, and you leave with something else based on the experiences that you had. 81% of this class were student athletes, or you joined a club or organization, speaking to the level of engagement. 30% of you came in as transfer students. So you started somewhere, but you saw that there was something that Del Val offered, and you chose to come here to finish out your journey. And as was already announced, we're excited to have graduates of our 2 new clinical programs. To our faculty, thank you. Your impact on our students cannot be overstated. You play a crucial role in shaping their learning environment both in and out of the classroom. I know personally that many of you provide guidance, support, fostering relationships that influence our students' persistence, progression, and completion. We know that many of them, if not all of them, are here today because of the guidance, the mentorship that many of you have provided. And I'm personally grateful, and I appreciate you. To all of our staff, from the point of entry to the place of completion today, every office in between that supports the student life cycle, thank you. And students, I will never get tired of saying it. You are at the heart of what we do. And again, that's why we're all here. And throughout your journey, we spend a lot of time telling you what to do. When you start, we say, this is how you register. These are the choices that you have to register. This is how you pay your bill. This is what we want you to do in your syllabus. This is how this exam will be graded. This is a curve in this classroom. These are the meal plans that you have. This is the housing opportunity that you have and the choices that you can make. These are our policies, and on and on and on. So I think it's very fitting today that we all sit back and we hear from you. And that is why we choose to have student speakers each year as part of our tradition now at Delaware Valley University. This is one of the times that I enjoy best about commencement, hearing from our students. And the 4 that we have selected this year each embody and represent some element of Delaware Valley University and the student body as a whole. It has been my pleasure to get to know each of these students, to share their stories, to be a part of their journey, to mentor them in one way, shape, or form. So, distinguished guests, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our first student speaker, Marissa Webb.
Good morning, everyone. Faculty, family, friends, and of course, my fellow graduates. It is an incredible honor to be standing here today as a graduate student speaker, representing the first attending graduating cohort of the Speech-Language Pathology graduate program. What a privilege it is to stand on this stage and represent such an amazing program. This moment means more to me than I can fully express, which, as an almost speech-language pathologist, is both ironic and mildly concerning. What a journey it's been to get to this point. What most of you don't know is that I never got the chance to walk across the stage for my bachelor's degree back in 2019. Instead, I received that degree from a wheelchair after a long period of illness. I remember sitting there thinking, one day, I will walk across a commencement stage, healthy, strong, and on my way to becoming a speech-language pathologist. And today, here I am. I'm not just walking, but standing before you as a graduate student speaker. About a year after treatments and antibiotics, I was finally healthy enough to start the prerequisite courses that I needed to apply to grad school. I poured myself into that work, only to be hit with a rejection letter. And let me tell you, nothing tests your resilience quite like working so hard for something and hearing no. But here's the thing about hitting walls. You can either stop or you can climb. Around that time, I found a new passion, fitness and running. And it reminded me just how far I had already come. So I kept climbing. I applied again, and I was waitlisted, rejected, and finally, one night, out of the blue, everything changed when I got a phone call from the founding program director here at Del Val, from his cell phone at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday night. I remember staring at my phone thinking this has to be a prank, but I played it cool, I tried to sound professional, and I accepted my spot in the program, and honestly, it turned out to be one of the best decisions I ever made. When I accepted that offer, I promised myself that I wouldn't just get through this program, I would show up fully for it. I worked hard for my grades, I became the chapter president of NISHLA, and like many of you, I juggled classes, clinicals, jobs, caffeine addictions, and maybe a few I'll do it tomorrow moments along the way. But here's the thing, none of this was done alone. I stand here today because of the unconditional support I had along the way, from my family, my friends, my professors, and the amazing people in my cohort who lifted me every step of the way. I'd also like to take a moment to dedicate this degree to my grandmother, who passed away just over a month ago. She was one of my biggest cheerleaders. She always reminded me that I can do the hard things, and that even on the worst days, I was capable and worthy of doing something meaningful. I carry her love and strength with me every day, and I know how proud she is of me. If there is anything I hope you take from my journey, it's this: never give up. Life will throw you challenges that you didn't see coming. You might get knocked down, feel discouraged, rejected, or like you're falling behind. But if you stay motivated, stay inspired, and stay hungry for the future you want, you will get there. Today, we don't just celebrate a degree. We celebrate every late night, every early morning, every challenge we face to be here. We should be proud of ourselves, and we should be proud of each other. None of this was easy, but we did it. So as we step into the next chapter, let's carry that determination with us. Keep going, keep dreaming, and above all, keep believing in what you can become. Congratulations, class of 2025. We made it. Now I would like to invite my classmate, Ziamara Sotomayor, to the podium.
Greetings, fellow graduates, esteemed faculty, alumni, families, and friends. It is a lovely day to be gathered here to celebrate such a significant milestone in our lives. We finally made it to the next chapter. My name is Ziomara Sotomayor, and I am a horticulture major from Caguas, Puerto Rico. While it's not a common occurrence for Aggies to travel over 1,000 miles just to study plants, for me, there was no doubt about it. Exploring all the vast opportunities in horticulture, from greenhouse and hydroponic settings to growing plants in test tubes, my time at Del Val has been an enriching learning experience. Growing up on an island, I spent all my free time immersed in nature on my grandma's small farm. I always took joy in completing the hardest farm tasks just to surprise her. She taught me that in order to thrive as humans, we must protect our environment and learn to be stewards of the earth we call home. Because of these values instilled in me, I know that as long as I'm surrounded by green pastures, I'll never run out of the joy that I once felt as a little girl. Though she's no longer here, I feel her presence in every step that I take into this field, as she left me a love for plants that I'll carry always, honoring her memory. Looking back, many opportunities to grow didn't only occur in the greenhouse from sown seeds, but also through challenges and battles. Although I didn't follow the path of becoming a lawyer or doctor, I have furthered my skills as a plant scientist and shown younger generations that exciting career paths do exist. We must not forget the importance that agricultural professionals hold. Farmers not only supply this country with food and fibers, but also medicine. Having the opportunity to specialize in horticultural research and industry, I have been able to turn my passion into a meaningful career path filled with endless possibilities. When you have conversations about plant scientists and farmers, you must also include cannabis professionals. After all, we know a thing or two about plants. Back home, only one institution offers horticulture, and there's a great concern that the program may not continue. Unfortunately, battles still exist to demonstrate the importance of agriculture and farming, but we must never underestimate the power of a planted seed. No matter where I am or the obstacles in my way, my passion and determination will guide me towards the career I've always envisioned. I am building a future where passion, not obstacles, define my success. The best families aren't always the ones we're born into, but the ones we build. Although they chose not to support the path of my studies, I had all the support I ever needed from my Del Val family. When I look at my diploma after today, it will hold much more meaning to me. So whatever you choose to do in life, do it for you, full of pride and passion. I want to thank all of those who have truly helped me come to this point in my life. I stand here today because of the guidance and encouragement of some of the best people I could ever meet. Thank you to Financial Aid Director, Ms. Joan Hawk, for putting me in a position to further my education and build a brighter future. To Dr. Jackie Ricotta for her unwavering support. And to my biggest mentors, Hydroponics Manager Travis Henshaw and Greenhouse Manager Carlos Sotohil. Their leadership not only guided me, but also empowered me to succeed. Thank you for granting me the opportunity to learn, grow, and pursue my true passion. You have all been vital in shaping my journey. Thank you, Del Val. Now I would like to invite my classmate, Tolu Adeaga.
Hello, everyone. Wow, this is a bit different than standing in front of my mirror. Hey, could I quickly have all members of our men's basketball team in the stands stand up real quick? And then could I have all members of our men's and women's track and field team stand? I wanted to congratulate these two programs on each winning conference titles and regional titles this year. You guys represented our athletics and our school in the best way possible by becoming champions. So congrats, guys. Great job. I'm honored to have the privilege to speak to all of you on this very special day. I find it incredible just how fast these last few years went by, and I'm amazed by all that each and every single one of us had to achieve in order to walk across this stage today. Today, our lives change forever, and we enter what a lot of our parents call the adult world. As scary as that may seem, it is paramount that we remember that we have worked so hard to get here and use these tools, skills, and knowledge that we have gained here at Del Val and use it to our fullest extent possible. I'll be honest with you guys, growing up, I was not extremely fond of the idea of continuing with my education. The younger me did not prioritize school as much as I should have. I'm not sure I ever imagined myself walking across the stage here in James Work Memorial Stadium and getting my degree, nor could I have dreamt of speaking in front of all my peers, friends, family, and professors, but yet here I am. What changed was the love and support I received from my family and faculty here at Del Val, along with the friends that I've made throughout my time here at Del Val. They all encouraged me and supported me during tough times and motivated me when times got tough. With all that being said, growing up in a household of immigrant parents, being educated is a significant priority. And there are many moments when my priorities clash with my parents' priorities. My parents are Nigerian, by the way. If you know, then you know. But I'm very thankful that my parents pushed me as hard as they did with regards to my education. And as I get older, I'm understanding more and more of what their goals were for me. I want to share a quick story with you all. I was one of those kids growing up that put their love of sports before their academics. I only cared about football, and all that consumed me was the idea of football and being the best player I could possibly be. And education was in my rear view, and the idea of doing anything school-related I never took too seriously. And sometimes my grades reflected that. Thankfully, I was able to graduate high school on time, and then here I was, here at Delaware Valley University, having a chance to live my dream and play college football. However, that would come to an end after I received what was my fourth concussion, so I decided to make a tough decision and end my playing career early and walking away from the game that's been a part of my life since I was 8 years old. I was only a sophomore when this happened. I was devastated and I was lost, and I wanted to quit school altogether. But with encouragement from my parents and friends, I decided to stay, and now here I am talking to you all. And I don't regret that decision one bit. The reason I wanted to share that story with you all is because I am certain that many of my classmates who are graduating today have had some type of adversity during these last 4 years that almost broke their will to continue. But none of you quit. None of you gave up, and now you are here celebrating an accomplishment that no one can ever take away from you. I have no doubt that there will be more adversities and challenges that are ahead in the future, but I want to encourage all of us to remember that pressure makes diamonds. And I want us all to continue to be determined and persevere through any storms that are ahead. And it is my belief that we will be better for it and come out of the situation on top the same way that you have done so to be able to sit here today. So I want all of my fellow classmates sitting here today to give yourself a round of applause for your accomplishment. And I want all family and friends in attendance to give yourself a round of applause too, because none of us would be here without you. Thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you to Delaware Valley University, and go Aggies. Now I want to welcome my fellow classmate, Greg Geip, to the stage.
Good morning, faculty, staff, family, friends, and fellow graduates of the Delaware Valley University class of 2025. It is an incredible honor to stand here today on a day we've all dreamed about, worked for, and maybe even doubted would come at times. This moment has been years in the making, filled with challenges, growth, and more than a few all-nighters. But today, we celebrate not just reaching the finish line, but everything we've learned along the way. And what a journey it has been. When we arrived at Del Val, most of us weren't sure of what to expect. We came from different places, with different goals, and we quickly learned that this is not just a college campus. It's a community and a home. A place where learning went far beyond textbooks and where our motto, science with practice, meant rolling up our sleeves and getting our hands dirty, both literally and figuratively. When I arrived at Del Val, life on campus was far from normal. I arrived in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, and my first year here at college consisted of countless Zoom calls, many COVID tests, and even being quarantined in my Samuel dorm room for over 2 weeks. With not being able to do many things on campus, I took a risk. I got a job at a local golf course called Lookaway Golf Club. This job allowed me to make some money and meet the caddy master, Chris McCardle. Chris taught me everything he knew about caddying, and he told me if I kept with it, that I might even be able to get a scholarship called the J. Wood Platt Caddy Scholarship. Thanks to Chris, I did get the generous scholarship, which paid for a lot of my education, and I also, this past winter, was named Caddy of the Year for the Philadelphia area. I learned that sometimes taking a risk opens up new opportunities. Like many of you, my time wasn't defined by one class or one semester or one grade, but it was a collection of moments, relationships, and lessons. I was lucky enough to be a student athlete competing on the golf team here at Del Val. Yes, we do have a golf team. It was my sophomore year when the team was competing at our conference championship, and the way golf is scored is the lowest 4 scores of the 5 golfers are counted for the team score. Well, after I had taken a 10 on a par 4, I had figured that I could give up on that round because there was no way that I was going to count for the team score. Well, sure enough, a few holes later, my coach, Dr. Lindy, saw me and told me, "Hang in there, Greg. We still need your score." And that was his way of telling me that someone else on the team was playing worse than I was. So I decided I wouldn't give up, and I finished the remainder of that round at even par. My score indeed counted, and in life, don't give up. You never know when everything's about to turn around, and you're right where you need to be. I would like to give a special thank you to Professor and Coach Doug Lindy. Your guidance, encouragement, and belief in your students makes a difference. You've been more than an instructor and a coach, you've been a role model. Thank you for always showing up at the right times, even when I was convinced nothing could go right. Many of life's lessons are taught the hard way. I was on spring break with my golf team, and each night someone had to cook dinner for the team. Well, when my night came around, I told all the guys about how my dad had this great hamburger steak recipe, and I was going to make it for them. Well, let's just say, a few errors later, these burgers might be the worst thing that any of those golfers have ever consumed. Tip number 1, even though it might be cheaper, I was trying to save Del Val a little bit of money, 40% burger fat content is not great for taste. Tip number 2, if you're going to brag about a recipe, make sure you remember that said recipe. In that kitchen failure, I learned something important. It's okay to mess up, not to be as good as you thought you were, and to laugh at yourself along the way. Throughout your life, do not forget it's okay to fail, and don't take things so seriously. Here at Del Val, I also had an incredible opportunity to work for Max Mans and Amanda Grams in the sports information department, getting behind the scenes, and I saw the heart and hustle it takes to highlight all of the athletic programs here at Del Val and tell our university stories. These experiences gave me new appreciation for the work that often goes unnoticed and a deeper love for the world of athletics. It also gave me an opportunity to get behind the camera and call some of the games. I apologize if I pronounced any of your names wrong, over the broadcast or in person here at James Work Stadium. To all the professors, staff, coaches, friends, and all of our families who have made our time at Del Val possible, thank you. Your support helped turn uncertainty into confidence and goals into reality. To my fellow graduates, we learned, adapted, and discovered who we are. This isn't the end of a story. It's the start of a new chapter, one we get to write ourselves. So whatever path you take, whether it's a job, more schooling, or something totally unexpected, remember to take a risk, never give up, and it's okay to fail. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it. Once an Aggie, always an Aggie. I would now like to invite Dr. O back to the podium.
Marissa, Tolu, Ziamara, and Greg, thank you for inspiring us. And I hope our guests and audience will see why repeatedly we want to hear from our students each year. We're almost there, and I have one final assignment for you as Chief Academic Officer. This one's group work, I know, but this time everybody can do it. There's not going to be that one person that's going to drop the ball. Everybody gets an A on this assignment. You can't slack on this one, and it's really easy. So let's all get out our phones. I know, I heard somebody say we get to use our phone on an assignment. Yes. Your faculty will tune out, but actually a lot of them do actually work with you to use phones for different things. Again, this assignment is easy. We've been hearing it consistently all day. For all of you that are sitting here today with your accomplishments, it took a village of individuals, different people who helped you to get here. And it's not a coincidence that we have the audience sit behind you and some alongside you, because there were people who were behind you and people who came alongside you to get you through this journey. So I want you to open your phone and find those individuals. It may be one person, it may be a group of people, maybe multiple individuals, and you're just going to type 2 words. Thank you. Remember, everyone gets an A. It's full credit. No punctuation, no grammar check. You can make it whatever font you want. And even though we're all doing this assignment together now, one thing I do want you to remember, this is a lifetime assignment. It's something you should always do, because this journey today that's ending is just one milestone. There are other things that will come in your life, and it's so important to always remember that there are people who helped you get there. So take this assignment today and keep practicing that. And I hear from some of the people in the audience, because obviously those are the people who supported you. So memorialize that text from your graduates, showing you their support and appreciation for what you have done for them. And now we've reached the moment that you have all been waiting for. Yes. We're going to get through it, yes. The conferral of your hard-earned degrees. Students who have earned academic honors are designated as follows. Summa cum laude represents the highest academic honors, 3.9 to 4.0 GPA. Magna cum laude represents highest academic honors, 3.7 to 3.89 GPA. Cum laude represents academic honors, 3.5 to 3.69 GPA. And now it's time to recognize the graduates from the class of 2025 to come forward and be recognized. And it is my pleasure to introduce Dean Joseph Paris, who will present the degree candidates from the School of Graduate and Professional Studies. As your name is called, please come across the stage to receive your diploma cover. You will then pose where indicated for your photo.
Thank you, Dr. Okolomi. President Rosolowski, members of the Board of Trustees, and honored guests, I now have the privilege of announcing the degree candidates from the School of Graduate and Professional Studies. First, the candidates for the Doctor of Education will come forward to be recognized. Dr. Donna Jorgensen and Dr. Dennis Riker will hood these candidates as I read their dissertation titles. Florence Leon Hobson, The Experience of Black Female Leaders Who Mentor in Business and Education, a phenomenological research study. Daniel L. Gilroy, Effects of School Restructuring on Students, Teachers' Perceptions of Fifth Graders' Transition to Intermediate School. Andrew Michael Cron, Building Legacies of Leadership, an exploratory study of educational leadership genealogies among retired and current Pennsylvania superintendents, K through 12. Julie Mazurek, TPAC components contributing to teachers' ethical use of AI for teaching and learning, a mixed method study. Carrie Ina Ramsey, K-12 principals as instructional leaders who define, design, implement, and assess effective professional development. Jacob Schultes, The Efficacy of Restorative Practices at a Secondary Level. Richard S. Sparing Jr., A Mixed Method Analysis of Teacher Self-Efficacy and Student Performance. Angelo G. Barrios III, The Nexus of Education and Politics, a critical examination of how political movements have shaped the American public school system. Karen Bukowski, A Mixed Method Study of Pennsylvania K-12 Public School Principals' Preparedness and Ability to Advocate and Lead for Social Justice for Marginalized Students in Special Education. Michelle Myrna Burkholder, The Kaleidoscope Career Model, Parameters Evidenced in Career Decision-Making Process of Female Cabinet-Level Administrators in Pennsylvania. Elizabeth A. Carpenter, Executive Functioning, Writing Process, and Academic Achievement of College Students with and without ADHD in a first-year writing course. Thomas Glenn Durhammer, Perspectives of the Superintendent, Cybersecurity Culture in School Districts. Karen Marie Doughton, To Survive or to Thrive, Supporting Experienced Principals. Gennaro Zangardi, Pre, During, and Post-COVID-19 Pandemic Online and In-Person Learning and Elementary Students' Academic Words Count Per Minute Oral Reading Fluency Levels. This concludes the doctoral graduates. We will now announce the master's degree candidates from the School of Graduate and Professional Studies. As your name is called, please come across the stage to receive your diploma cover. You will then pose where indicated for your photo. The following students are receiving their Master's in Business Administration. Nicholas Paul Arcaroli. Gregory M. Barkley. Olivia Ben. Jonathan Edward Drews. Alvaro Laura. Anna Catherine Schaefer. John D. Slover III. Deshaun Wiggins. Brianna Isabella Wood. The following students are receiving their Master of Arts in Counseling Psychology. Bryce Dorsey. Alicia Christine Kelly. Skylar Rose Knapp. Giannina Deanna Lebo. Vanessa Mackey. Christopher Ryan McGuire. Olivia Mangan. Amanda Lee Rudolph. Jessica Ann Sanfratello. Elizabeth Randolph Warburton. The following students are receiving their Masters of Arts in Criminal Justice. Joshua James Taylor. The following students are receiving their Master of Science in Educational Leadership. Samantha Goldberg. Ronnie Kaz. Sydney Warner. The following students are receiving their Master of Arts in Management and Organizational Leadership. Stephanie Judge. Kristen Gayositz. Jordan Gomes. Tanika Nicole Stokes. Tanika Nicole Stokes. Tanika Nicole Stokes. Elena P. Rezneski. The following students are receiving their Master of Science in Speech Language Pathology. Christina Moore. Marissa Webb. It's my pleasure to introduce Dean Tanya Casas, who will present the degree candidates from the School of Business, Arts, and Sciences.
Thank you, Dr. Paris. President Rusolowski, members of the Board of Trustees, and honored guests. I have the privilege of announcing the degree candidates from the School of Business, Arts, and Sciences. As your name is called, please come across the stage to receive your diploma cover. You will then pose where indicated for your photo. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in biology. Dr. Christopher Tipping, Chair. Haley Berry. Lucy Elizabeth Boltz. Thomas Irwin. Wednesday Garland. Andrew Collins Goodman. Emily Rose Green, cum laude. Kelsey Harder. Madeline Hernandez Mendez. Mackenzie Lee Jones, magna cum laude. Grace Gloria Landgraf, magna cum laude. Vincent Robert Maldonado, cum laude. William Mayer, cum laude. Stephen James McCormick. Christina Marie Paniagua. Deirdre Rambo, magna cum laude. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in business administration. Ms. Christine Seal, chair. Tolu Adiaga. Kai A. Allen. Richard Michael Alvarez, Jr. Nicholas Paul Arcaroli. Austin Michael Bach. Liam Joseph Bennett. Jameer Tyree Brown. Derek Cannon, cum laude. Jeffrey Nicholas Cole, summa cum laude. Lily Peyton Conroe, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth D'Ambrosio, magna cum laude. Logan Frederick Flynn, cum laude. Nicholas Forsyth. Brianna Hudgens. John Charles Hughes. Conrad Bruce Jackson III. Nasir Jones. Jaquez Mabin. Michael Maxwell. Robert McCarnan. Jake McGinty. Adam Mirza. Sebastian Montlouis. Jillian Merkley, cum laude. Matthew Odulami. Justin Ramsey Blythe, cum laude. Andrew Roberto, magna cum laude. Evan Royer, magna cum laude. Greta Schneider. Bailey Smith, magna cum laude. Tremere Smith. Rachel Stelzer, magna cum laude. Heaven Solflo. Bryce Richard Volman, magna cum laude. Matthew James Zadepsky, cum laude. Caroline Barbara, summa cum laude. Jonathan Kaufman. The following students and the last three are receiving their baccalaureate degree in chemistry. Dr. Karen McPherson, Chair. Logan Robert Gribben. Skylar May Handy. Aaron Stevens, summa cum laude. Kempton Norman Wilcox, summa cum laude. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in counseling psychology. Dr. Matt Muchler, Chair. Carson Anthony. Cadell Bolden. Eliana Grace Bowman. Shakira Broadus, summa cum laude. Corey Damian Corkins. Jacqueline Derricks, summa cum laude. Jenna Feldman, summa cum laude. Jordan Gums. Yasmin Alicia Gonzalez. Jennifer Balasa, magna cum laude. Kylie Higginson. Kayla Jones, cum laude. Dominique Malgiri. Naya Monroe. Sage Sheridan Nelson, cum laude. Jordan Newman. Brandon Perot. Alex Paratsky, cum laude. Caitlin P. Schwartz, summa cum laude. Rachel Sarator, cum laude. Rachel Servin, magna cum laude. Rochelle Rosalie Skvirchuk. Ryan Soto, summa cum laude. Jessica Williamson, cum laude. Juliana Winget, cum laude. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in Criminal Justice Administration. Dr. Megan Terry Demarest, Chair. Patrick Riley Bolello. Adam Coleman. Gerald Cruz. Carter Douglas Goodson, summa cum laude. Jaden Hall. Daniel Henson. James Joseph Kelly V, cum laude. Patrick Migliaccio. James Miskanik, cum laude. Matthew Paul Mushinsky. Baina Mutalib. Jose Rodriguez. Riley Sham Nam Savoring, cum laude. Jessica Schmuck, summa cum laude. Dylan Joseph Chamino, cum laude. Jared John Smith. Chloe A. Winchester, summa cum laude. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in History, Policy, and Society Studies. Dr. Shiche Su, Chair. Mark Walker D'Angelo. Gregory Thomas Riley Gipe, magna cum laude. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in interdisciplinary studies. Dr. Jessica McCall, coordinator. John Mark Foreman. Naromi Lord. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in media and communication. Dr. Brian Lutz, chair. Jillian Elizabeth Baker. Logan Daniel Bushell, cum laude. Caitlin Brady. Lexon Giuliani Coleman. Elijah Lee Williams. Christian John Yamula, magna cum laude. Ryan John Arndt. Greg Kroos. The following students and the past two are receiving their baccalaureate degree in secondary education. Dr. David Timoney, Chair. Kayla Dietzler. Rihanna Grace Green, cum laude. Andrew Helmuth Grunwald. Ashley Lyons, summa cum laude. Paige Eva Sammons. Rafael Jose Torres. David Forwer, cum laude. The following student is receiving their baccalaureate degree in writing and literary studies. Dr. Brian Lutz, Chair. Zeta Olivia Martin, cum laude. This concludes the graduates from the School of Business, Arts, and Sciences. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dean Brock Sandlin, who will present the degree candidates from the School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences.
Thank you, Dr. Casas. President Rozalowski, members of the Board of Trustees, and honored guests, and I have the privilege of announcing the degree candidates for the School of Ag and Environmental Sciences. As your name is called, please come across the stage to receive your diploma cover. The photos were indicated for your photo. Megan Elizabeth Becker, cum laude. Brendan Kurt Bolte. Joseph James Kamali, cum laude. Madeline Fairfield, cum laude. Oops. Lucas Ian Fernandez. John Francis Heary. Kyle Andrew Kimmerer. Andrew Nicholas Nosbish, cum laude. Jackson Elliott Price, cum laude. Hope Elizabeth Stanton, cum laude. Brooke Irene Wolfinger, summa cum laude. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in animal science. Ms. Joanne Powell, co-chair. Dr. Robin Shedlock, co-chair. Julia Nicole Balzer, summa cum laude. Adriana Elizabeth Beam. Caroline Michelle Berg, magna cum laude. McKenna Robin Buckemeyer, cum laude. Abigail Grace Bosley, cum laude. Reagan Faye Brond, magna cum laude. Emily Rosemary Broussard, magna cum laude. Ashlyn Crisafoli. Madison Ethel Dennis. Ellie Elizabeth Emmerich. Grace Ann Ferry. Kelsey Caroline Fontana. Amy L. Gagusis. Gianna Marie Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Lauren Elise Gordner. Amelia Ray Hawks, summa cum laude. Danielle Rachel Helwig, cum laude. Evan John Talbot Holt. Crystal Hughes. Maggie Hutton, cum laude. Samantha Marie Ippolito, cum laude. Emily Rose Jackson. Dylan James Jacoby, cum laude. Alice M. Kaufman. Nathan Picker, summa cum laude. Bryn Lansberg. Gwyneth Page Marcy, cum laude. Gracie Ray Mead. Yesenia Marino, cum laude. Taylor Lauren Pacheri, magna cum laude. Austin Lee Rife, magna cum laude. Kayla Michelle Reinsmith. Mackenzie Kimberly Grace Reidenhauer. Sierra Ripka, summa cum laude. Juliana Schaefer, cum laude. Abigail Haley Shook. Morgan Taylor Smith, cum laude. Rachel Erin Soroka. Gianna Trexler. Kelly Lee Lynn Wolf. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in Conservation and Wildlife Management. Mr. Reg Hoyt, co-chair. Dr. Kim Kovath, co-chair. Autumn Grace Calabrese. Tyler John Kastner. Samantha Victoria Charles. Dominique Costa. Caitlin Ann Drennan, cum laude. Jesse Edwards. Olivia Rosalina Eggers. Alyssa Marie Ewald. Haley Fisher. Madison Joan Fisher, magna cum laude. Emma Gargiulo. Haley Gentry, cum laude. Jaden McKenna Gary, cum laude. Jaylyn A. Gillum. Brianna Gonzalez, cum laude. Gracelyn Goodstein. Dylan Kyle Graham. Ella Joyce Gross. Audrey Claire Hastings. Margaret Lorraine Helsel. Emma Helverson. Michaela Alexis Hernandez. Jenna Danielle Hummel. Andrea Infranco. Rachel Liu. Elise Kathleen Ludwig, cum laude. Sean Molino, magna cum laude. Colleen O'Connor. Kylie Marie O'Hara, cum laude. Michael Perkins. Rebecca Joe Pita. Cecilia Abigail Rizzo. Gabriela Nicole Rodriguez Malave. Abigail Rose Salwin. Kylie Elizabeth Shipolo. Amelia Caitlin Serpico. Cameron Sibilia. Monica T. Smith. Zachary Michael Underwood, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Weed, magna cum laude. Gotcha. Anthony William Zakagany. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in dairy science. Ms. Joanne Powell, co-chair. Dr. Robin Shedlock is co-chair. Hannah Lorraine Hoover. Isabella Catherine Johnson. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in environmental science. Dr. Jacqueline Ricotta, chair. Sarah M. de Beaumont, cum laude. William Alexander Dresnant, cum laude. Jaqueline Dudley, magna cum laude. Lily Orser, summa cum laude. Owen Daniel Penzak, magna cum laude. Caitlin Riviera. Matthew Roundtree, cum laude. Lucas Thomas Sabo. Grace Elizabeth McClay Wilson, magna cum laude. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in equine management. Dr. Corey Kieschnick, chair. Caitlin Bamper. Dakota Badkin. Morgan Chloe Roches. Victoria Auden Cole, cum laude. Emily Ray Kaufman. Kelsey Marie Caloro, magna cum laude. Kay Seaton Fetto. Kieran Long. Emily Grace Santos Lord. Sarah Mackenzie Miller. Nicole Musley, magna cum laude. Alyssa Catherine Niggle, magna cum laude. Laura A. Rambo, summa cum laude. Natalie Lynn Wallace, cum laude. Bridget Witt. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in equine science. Dr. Corey Kieschnick, chair. Julianne Eden Farisi Jaudry, magna cum laude. Pauline Farisi Jaudry, cum laude. Emily Lynn Leidner. Chloe Faith Morris. Molly Grace Neidig, cum laude. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in food technology. Ms. Laura Herbst, chair. Victoria Jane Tucker. Yael Viertheim. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in horticulture. Dr. Jacqueline Ricotta, chair. Brianna M. Bradley. Michael Yuri Broom. Victor Antonio Chapa. Michael Coviello. Colton Jacob Del Callo, summa cum laude. Colin Daniel Wesley Hundley. Pierce Wesley Marks. Good for you. Audrey Joyce Moltemeyer, magna cum laude. Miranda Lee Rouse. Xiomara Sotomayor, cum laude. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in landscape architecture. Dr. Jacqueline Ricotta, chair. Kevin Christopher Fries. Daniel Mark Goldberg, magna cum laude. Reese Hackett. Colleen Austin Ross. Angela Teeters. Marissa Ann Vasquez. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in landscape design build. Dr. Jacqueline Ricotta, Chair. Nicholas Nardini. Michael Albert Solecki. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in nutrition science. Ms. Laura Herbst, Chair. Guinevere May Tamaccio, magna cum laude. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in restaurant and food service management. Ms. Laura Chair Herbst. Nicholas Choi. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in small animal science. Mr. Reg Hoyt, co-chair. Dr. Kim Kovath, co-chair. Vincent Aloisio, summa cum laude. Viola Esperanza Anderson. Tiara Bond. Isabel Brady. Grace Alexandra Colburn, magna cum laude. Sydney Crivellero. Connor Joseph Cryan. Alexis Marie Dresnut, summa cum laude. Nelia Ariel Finnan. Brooke Haley Gillenwater. Jennifer Renee Healy, magna cum laude. Grace Ann Kane. Gabriella Lee Ogrande. Melissa Christine Letieri. Sydney Marie Maldonado, cum laude. Joshua William Marsky. Rachel L. Mullen, summa cum laude. Malia J. Peterson, cum laude. Kendra Renee Peterman. Cindy Portugal, cum laude. Elizabeth Lillian Reese. Victoria Elizabeth Richards, cum laude. Caitlin Michelle Romans, magna cum laude. Alana Nicole Runt, cum laude. Ciara Monique Soto. Cassandra Abigail Stockmall. Gianluca B. Sturley, cum laude. Erin Michelle Wolf, summa cum laude. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in Sustainable Agricultural Systems. Dr. Jacqueline Ricotta, Chair. Ashley Elizabeth Burke, cum laude. Tyler Dennis Bursk. Bryn Kathleen Daly, summa cum laude. Pippa Ireland Holland. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in turf management. Dr. Jacqueline Ricotta, Chair. Lucas Andrew Waldinger. Lucas Paul Fair. Mark Gates. Jonathan Ty Gossel, cum laude. Tyler John Mellinger. Sean Jameson Roney. The following students are receiving their baccalaureate degree in zoo science. Mr. Reg Hoyt, co-chair. Dr. Kim Kovath, co-chair. Alexa Bruggeman, magna cum laude. Calvin Henry Campos, cum laude. Athena Kaya Castro. Mariana Rose Calasimo. Sydney May Despodo. Madison Nicole Dove. Smith Jennings Easton, summa cum laude. Leilani Naol Eckert. Maximo Forte. Carolyn Grace Hansel. Caitlin May Johns. Nicholas Joseph Leanhard, cum laude. Ryan Thomas Lindberg. Aiden Isaac Maloney. Abigail Lynn McCoy. Eleanor Shelby Moore. Honor Elizabeth Reed, summa cum laude. Kayla Michelle Reinsmith. Carla Gabriela Riviera. Timothy Ward. The following students are receiving their associate's degree in equine management. Dr. Corey Kieschnick, Chair. Rebecca Ann Meadows. This concludes the graduates from the School of Ag and Environmental Sciences. It's my pleasure to welcome Dr. Rezolowski and Dr. Ogolome back to the podium.
President Rusolowski, these students have completed all their degree requirements and have been approved and recommended by the faculty and Board of Trustees to be awarded their degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Oikolome. By the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and as president of Delaware Valley University, I am proud to confer upon each of you the various degrees for which you are qualified, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Graduates, now that your degrees have been conferred upon you, please move your tassels from the right side to the left side of your caps. It is my pleasure to present to all of you the Delaware Valley University class of 2025. Congratulations to each of you. The university is very proud on you becoming our newest alumni. Graduates, reaching this milestone is possible because of your hard work and your sacrifice. However, as you've heard many times today, we do not walk life's path alone. Our families and friends have supported you every step of the way. Some of them are here with us today. Please join me in extending one more time our appreciation to them. Just like your family and friends, your professors, the Del Val faculty, as well as our staff and coaches have helped you reach this pinnacle. Please join me in expressing our appreciation to them for their instruction, their mentorship, and their commitment to your success. And lastly, I'd like to extend a special thank you to our commencement coordinators, Kristen Olszewski and Chris D'Argenio, who, along with a team that represented all areas of the institution, made today possible. Can we give everybody involved a round of applause? Congratulations, class of 2025. Please stand now for the alma mater, which will be sung by members of the class of 2025. This concludes our ceremony. Please stand or remain standing for the recessional and remain at your place while the platform party graduates and faculty have recessed. One more time, on behalf of the university, congratulations to everyone. Thank you.